Alright, what's up, Clemson Nation? Guys, wow. Well, we're 4-0. It was sloppy game. But we did it, right after the Auburn game. I don't know if I would have believed that we could have won just because of, I didn't know all Florida State's injuries. But here's the thing, those injuries didn't really come into play for them because their other receivers made up for it. I mean, I don't think they could have had, like Knowles-Blogger said in his video, much more of a day. But boys, we are 4-0, a top 15 team now heading into Virginia Tech. We had the defending national champion. We took them out. Now we have the Atlantic champion. We got by them. Now it's time to take out the ACC champion, Virginia Tech. But let's get back to a recap of this game. I mean, wow. I don't think anybody could have predicted that we would score 35 points in this game. That Watkins would have I mean, we told you it was going to be hard to cover Watkins. But I still didn't think we'd have as good of a game as we did offensively. It seems like we have 21 at halftime every game, and it seems like that we have about 35 at the end of the game every game. So just a great win for us, of course. First time since the early 80s that we've beaten two ranked teams 2 weeks in a row. So this is a stepping stone for Clemson, I really hope, and it is really going to come down to the Virginia Tech game. Really come down to it as far as if we've gotten over that hump and can finally win an ACC championship and get to the BCS. Because every game on our schedule is completely winnable, especially South Carolina, the way y'all are playing right now. I mean, y'all are going to get that win. It looks like. I haven't checked the score lately, but Garcia, y'all really wanted him back? Anyway, Florida State, Trickett, I have to, hats off to this guy. I mean, he had an interception, but I mean, he played his heart out, and he had a great game. No doubt about that. They had 336. They had almost as many passing yards as us, but the rushing yards really killed them. I mean, and the penalties. Here's the thing, guys. The penalties on Florida State, most of them were legit calls. Like, most of the pass interferences, there was one I can think of that didn't look like it was pass interference, but most of them were legit calls. And then you go to Clemson's side. Florida State scored off of a couple of phantom calls, and they drove down the score. But the refs, they didn't keep the flags in their pockets today. That's the most penalties I've seen thrown in forever. 16 penalties, both together. But Trickett, 24 for 38. Boyd was 23 for 37. He had a few more yards. Both had 3 touchdowns and 1 interception. So how do you? I mean, would Manuel have played any better than Trickett today? It came down to Florida State's defense, and their defense didn't make plays when they needed to win the game. And our defense came up huge at the end of the game. Oh, with that sack. I mean, that's probably, it got louder this week than it did at the Auburn game. Probably the loudest it's been since 2005, and Clemson Nation is just back. I mean, I've been to every game since 2002, every home game, but I hadn't seen it get as loud as this in forever, and the students are finally back into it. It's a great time to be a Clemson fan. Just a great time. Florida State fans, God, I have to give my hats off to Watkins. He has to be in the Freshman of the Year race at this point. He's already set records for Clemson. And, Nuke Hopkins had some huge plays, too, to keep us moving. And Dwayne Allen. I mean, I told y'all, all these weapons we have on offense, you're not going to be able to stop them all. There's just no way. I saw at one point it looked like y'all double-teamed Watkins, and Ellington or somebody had a good play. Just so many plays, so many big-time players on our offense. It's ridiculous this year. And our defense, we got to start holding people better than we are, if we want to have a chance at the ACC championship. Here's the thing. I think we'll go undefeated at home this year without saying that we'll go undefeated at home. So there's another 3 conference wins right there. That would put us. But here's your road games. We travel to Maryland, which is looking like a win. We travel to NC State, which is looking like a win. Trying to think of who else we travel to. Of course, Virginia Tech. Can't think of the other one right now. Georgia Tech. That's it. That's going to be a tough one for us. Georgia Tech and Virginia Tech are definitely going to be tough. But I mean, I'm not seeing people who are going to blow us out right now. There's not. I don't think there is going to be anybody in the world, in the country that'll blow us out. Just a great way to hold on, really, because you would have seen teams in Clemson's past blow this game, but we didn't. So anyway, 35-30 win for Clemson. Knowles Blog, I saw your first crow, of course. Can't wait to see you other guys crow up. You know, it was a tough loss for y'all, I know, and it really was a great played game. I mean, it was extremely sloppy, and if y'all don't cut down on the penalties, just be thankful Ron Cherry wasn't here. There probably would have been even more. But you know, y'all have a solid chance. It's going to be hard for y'all to win the Atlantic, but look at it this way: there's nobody else competing but Clemson in the Atlantic. Clemson's your only person to chase down because the rest of the division is weaker than thought. NC State sucks, and Maryland blows. So you know, we'll see what happens from here on out, guys. Virginia Tech Hate Week starts tomorrow. Don V, Hokie boys, all y'all. Hope y'all are ready. Saw y'all 30-10 win. Y'all gotta get y'all's offense together because we're gonna be putting up some points. Go Tigers.